The world is evil. I thought to myself when I lost my grandfather 5 years ago. It was a horrible time for my family, but it affected me the most. I would stop eating, I would pass out, and I would refuse to go to school. I did not want to be left alone. I was in a complete shutdown mode. That's when my mum had heard about Children's University. She knew that this was the perfect opportunity to take my mind off of things. The following week, my brother and I had received our passports, and we set it as our own personal mission to start and finish Children's University together. And we did. Soon, it was time for our first ceremony. I remember it clearly. It was all the way in the city in a very prestigious event in an enormous building.
Aleena started with Children's University, probably one of our very first children to actually join us on our programme. And it's really exciting for us to see Aleena grow and develop, not only in stature and height, but actually in confidence and eloquence when she's speaking about Children's University and her experiences. We have watched her grow and develop. She was able to speak in front of 250 children, family, friends, business sponsors, 15 billion EBP board members, and she spoke with eloquence and with confidence, and she spoke with great passion and heart about her journey and about what being part of Children's University has meant to her and her family. I won't lie, when she stood up and spoke, I had to follow her with my speech, and she actually brought me to tears. So I had to pull myself together so that I could speak and follow her at the ceremony.
What Children's University is able to do as well is to kind of like tap into a young person's passions and their interests, because they are essentially leading the way in terms of what they would like to explore and what they would like to do, which is quite different to school. And I think that type of learning should be encouraged more and more, and I think Children's University does that really well.
I've seen children who walked in and when we asked them what were you so excited about, what's the best thing you saw, and they said it was an elevator. If a teacher gets the children in a room and talks about Broadway or about musical, talks about the best musicians in the world, it becomes a study. But if the children go to a Broadway and experience creating a musical, being part of it for 1 hour, they have learned an experience for a lifetime. So I think Children's University fits that gap, or the need, rather than the actual need for the child's curiosity, the child's wonder for what the world holds.
East London Children's University is a programme managed by 15 billion EBP. We are an East London-based organisation, and we are passionate about transforming young futures.
All of us, I can speak for myself, come from a generation where we had a very rigid curriculum. It was a set path. You become a doctor or an engineer or a scientist. But if I was personally given a choice, if I had been given the experience of, say, maybe Broadway, music, art, even working with charities, maybe I would have been doing something different. I don't know. And I think that's the gap the school or the curriculum has. It is one size fits all kind of a system, whereas children are all different.
Children's University is able to reach those harder to reach families. It's able to engage them on a really fun and exciting level. And I think because it's children-led, I think if a child goes home really excited and wanting to do something at the weekend that encourages them to get a stamp, I think those families are more likely to get involved, and it gives them a reason.
It's wonderful for me to see these children over time grow and develop to come up to me, to ask, to remind me about themselves, and to speak about all the wonderful learning destinations they've visited and all the opportunities they've experienced by being part of the Children's University programme. I'm aware of the role we play in children's lives, and I think for Children's University it's that community reach, it's that trying to build and develop the local communities in which children live, to make it somewhere that they feel safe, that they feel happy, and that somewhere they're proud of, somewhere that they can really call home and that they want to see develop and grow further.
I think that the most important thing that Children's University has done for me is that it has brought me closer to my brother and my mother. More than ever, I feel like if I hadn't been a part of Children's University, we would never have done the things we did as a family. And even now, I think of the sad 8-year-old little girl I was all those years ago, and how Children's University has changed me for the better.